As you add additional users to the software, you ever wonder what the additional roles give them permission to do? Well, that is the topic of this week's Planning for Profit Minute. In the software, when you are looking at setup and users, you can add additional users to the software. Now, each user has a role. What do those roles actually mean? What are they? Let's actually walk through those real quickly. Now, there's 4 different roles in the software itself. The first one is the subscriber. The subscriber is the key person. That's the individual whose contact information is on record as the one who, if you will, owns the software for your company. That's the one that, quite frankly, probably has the credit card registered for them. You can always find out who the subscriber is for your software by simply clicking on right up here, the user, the little guy in the corner, right? And when I click on that, one of the items you'll see is settings. So under settings, I can see at this point who is the subscriber, right? So in this particular case, the subscriber is Bill Kennard. Now, depending on your model, it might have both first and last name under this field. Others, you'll have it broken out separately. It just depends whether your model was rolled over from the old software or it was started new from this one. And then it's going to have the email address for that particular individual. So again, when you do that using the icon up here in the corner, that's going to give you the subscriber itself. Again, they have full access to everything in the software. It's their credit card and information that is being that's actually being billed along the way. For the others, I'm going to go back under users, right? So we have the subscriber is the top one. Underneath the subscriber will be the administrator, right? So I can see here we've got Jay is set up as an administrator in the software. Now, an administrator has all the same access and ability as the subscriber, meaning they can run the new company setup wizard and set up a new company. They can add people. They can change any of the parameters in the software itself. So pricing and any of that stuff, they have full ability to change all of that. They can invite additional users to have access to the software. Again, it's all the same access as the subscriber. It's just that they're not in charge of the billing, right? Or they're not responsible for that monthly subscription payment. That's the second one. The third one would be a standard user. So I can see here John is set up as a standard user. Now, standard user basically has the ability to use the software in whatever capacity either the subscriber or the administrator has given them permission to. So they can use it. They cannot add people. They cannot go in and actually change labor rates, right? So you can go in, a user can change a labor rate in a given report, but it doesn't change it software-wide. That needs to be done in setup by an administrator or a subscriber at that point. So they can basically use the software in whatever areas the administrator has given them permission to see when they set up their account. And then the last one is salesman or salesman only. Right now, in setup, when we created that particular user, the very bottom checkbox is salesman only. And if they're set up as a salesman only, the only thing they're going to see is the jobs section of this particular report. That's it. None of this other stuff even shows up for them. They don't even know that it's there. When they log in, all they see is jobs, and they can go in there and see the job pricing calculator and the job hours tracking report, and that's it. Right? So again, by setting up the individual roles simply defines what they have access to or what they can do in the software itself. And that is this week's Planning for Profit Minute.